And welcome back, everybody. This is What's Really Out There. I am your host, Lexi.
And your co-host, Stephanie.
And today we have a very special guest in the back.
We have Noah.
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Noah. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. All right, so this is episode 20. We are getting very far along, and we just want to say thank you to everybody who has been there with us.
And I started researching.
Yeah, Stephanie, normally I'm the one who's always doing the research, and Stephanie actually started looking up stuff. So I'm very, very proud, and it is a huge milestone, so thank you.
It's really fun, too.
Well, since you started researching, do you want to kick it off?
Oh, yeah. This is Sirenhead. Sirenhead, I completely forgot. Even though it's written down. But
I forgot, like, what it's about?
No, I know what it's about, but, like, I completely forgot, like, the setting of it.
It's all good.
That's where I sit.
Just take your time. Ew, why do you sit like that?
I'm watching you.
Okay, just take your time, girly.
Sirenhead, who is sometimes called Lamphead, and by other names... Sorry, I suck at reading. Sirenhead, Unwaking is the first person...
Keep on, it's okay, babe.
The first person horror game, which is actually with like the weird looking trees. That's the first person video game. And you're actually like based on what does that say?
Trevor
Hedson.
Ew.
Artwork. You're stuck with your car. Like your car's like stuck in a tree, and you're gonna have to try to get out of that and survive the whole night without Sirenhead catching you, and then you have to escape the thing. I think that's how it's based off of.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the rake.
Sure. Why not? Go ahead and do the rake.
This is the rake. You're probably gonna get really creeped out about this. You too, Noah. So if you haven't heard about it,
Ew.
Crap. Yeah. The rake has glowing eyes at night. The rake walks on all four legs and sometimes stands up like a human. So
Wait, is this like the guy that like watches you when you sleep, or one of the many ones?
You'll see.
All right.
Like he'll stand up like a human. You'll think he's a human, then he'll go back down.
The Wendigo also does that.
Well, speaking of the Wendigo, most people actually confuse the Rake with the Skinwalker, but they're two different because the Skinwalker is actually Indian mythology,
and one has
the Rake
glowing eyes.
is actually a creepypasta brought up by an urban legend, so it's now a New Age cryptid.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
The Rake is named the Rake. I don't know why I put that there, but
It's
whatever.
okay.
His hands and feet have very large claws, like they're huge.
What would you do if you woke up to that?
Oh, heck no! I would be out of there in like 2 seconds, out the window. And apart to be very dangerous and can kill his victims within seconds, and can sneak into victims' bedrooms completely unnoticed.
Yeah, so he does watch you while you're asleep.
Yeah.
Because I saw something about it, and people, because he's one of the many things that...
Which one did I do? I drew this picture of him.
Wow.
Yeah,
You guys need to look up the drawings of him.
Yeah.
I never really looked at pictures. There's not really many pictures out there. There's a video, and I've seen the video, but it's creepy. The drawings are really creepy.
They say that he has long claws as well, and he's also very skinny and malnourished.
Yeah.
His skin is almost pale.
Yeah, completely.
He's all skin and bones. The first sighting was actually in 2003 on a very disturbing story where a group of kids got slaughtered by this beast.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
For real?
I'm probably gonna do Slenderman too.
All right.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is creepy. I don't like
Oh,
that.
there's some,
There's
you'll
a few
see.
movies on Slenderman,
Yeah,
actually.
it's really cool.
Yeah, there's one
The Rake can actually hold his victims down.
Like a sleep paralysis demon.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the Rake, when he's like charging at his victims, he'll charge at them and then he'll like completely attack him. I saw this one video of this guy, he was like filming the rake. The rake was like a mile away, and then he charged at him and knocked him down. And then the other guy ran inside and got the air horn.
The air horn.
The
Wow.
air horn.
Jeez.
Oh, it's a siren. Not siren.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Sorry,
I've heard of
Sirenhead.
the rake, like, not getting you, but, like, causing sleep paralysis whenever, like, you're trying to sleep. And, like, you wake up and you see him in your room and stuff, but I didn't know.
You're like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Are you going to do that one today, or are you going to save that one?
I'm going to do it today.
All right, go ahead. Let Stephanie take the
Slenderman.
floor.
One day on May 31st. Oh, wait, what? I'm getting confused on this. Okay. May 31st,
2014.
2014. It was actually on a Saturday. Waukesha, I think that's called.
Yeah, Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Waukesha. Waukesha, Wisconsin. A 12-year-old girl was stabbed in the area of Big Bend Road, Morgan Geister,
Yeah.
and began to stab her. The 12-year-old, as she screamed 19 times with a 5-inch blade. The arms, legs, and the torso. One of the knife wounds had missed her a major, like it was like
One of her major arteries.
yeah, and it was like a millimeter away from her heart.
Well, I'd say she got lucky.
Just a little
And-
bit.
Just a smidge.
I think her name was either Peyton or Bella. I don't know. In the video I watched, because I think they were in like court or something. She was like, oh, so and so, Peyton, something, and then, oh, is Bella okay? Is she in the hospital? Something like that. And then,
So basically, this girl got attacked by another girl.
yeah, and they did it for Slenderman. For
Okay.
Slenderman. I was gonna draw a picture of him, but like I didn't want to. Well, I had the picture. I just forgot to get it out.
It's all good.
Do
I'll show you
pictures of the little
after.
girl up there on your screen? Because there's actually a court case that shows pictures of these girls.
Oh yeah, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
I saw
pull
that.
them up. I didn't know she was going to do Slenderman until she was
You
already
can see
doing it.
the look in their eyes.
They're like, I didn't do that.
Keep on reading. I'll keep on looking.
Estate. What does that say? What's her name?
Anastasia. think.
This
Anastasia
is Anessa.
Oh, wow.
Winner and Morgan Guster were found walking near the interstate. The interstate is like kind of like the high. Is the high? Yeah, it's the highway. It's the highway. Slenderman can be found. She was saying when she was in court that Slenderman could be found at 60 feet or 14 feet tall. And
That is huge.
constantly, no, what does it say?
Constantly.
Yeah, constantly were he wears like, he constantly wears a suit, like a uniform, like
Yeah.
there. I forgot to do the red tie on him because I didn't have a red, and I was using a Sharpie as coloring him in. He doesn't have a face. His skin is white, completely white. And this is, well, he could wink explaining you. So technically what it's trying to say is he can like watch you. He was constantly watching you.
Mm.
But the question is, he has no eyes. So that's kind of creepy.
Well, speaking of no eyes, they say his victims, he actually takes their eyes. And
Yeah.
normally his victims are children.
And there's
Watch out, Steph. He might take your eyes.
Shut up.
Uh-oh.
And there's, what I read on him, he has huge arms, as you saw.
Yeah.
I fell. He strangles his victims like that.
With his arms?
Yeah, there's like 50. I don't know
Yeah,
how
he has
many.
like some that come out from his back.
Yeah. He's wearing a, it's like, looks like he's wearing a backpack. And then all the arms come out. He has an octopus in his bag.
Anything is possible.
Maybe. And then we're both concerned with. Oh, Morgan and Anesthesia were both charged with.
First degree murder because they freaking
Yeah, they like
stabbed somebody.
stabbed her. Oh, that second. Morgan was stabbing her while the other girl was standing there watching. That's messed up.
Okay.
Wisconsin law abilities, right? Requires they be tried. When they're adults, they'll face 60 years in prison.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy things kids do these days.
Wow, okay.
More than crazy.
All because Slenderman told them to do it. Okay.
It's like a ritual they do. Not kind of like a ritual. They do it for Slenderman, purposely for
Yeah.
Slenderman.
Well,
Ladies and gents, do not sacrifice your friends for Slenderman.
For
Yeah, please
do
don't.
not. And actually, she was Peyton. I'm calling her Bella. Bella was actually one of her classmates. Shut up. Anyway, it was one of her classmates, and she like got real mad at her, and Morgan and Anesthesia were like, you know what, we something Slenderman, and she was like threatening her to stab her, and that happened.
well,
And she was actually, because the guy found her it was like at the end of the road, and they stabbed her in the woods. So
a lot of the Slenderman stuff happens in the woods.
yeah, and then she
Right.
like crawled out of the woods and onto the road at the dead end.
Yeah.
We actually have a dead end up the road.
Yeah. We have like 2. All right. Well, how'd you guys like Stephanie talking?
Worst thing is, we live by the woods too. Our house is literally right in front of the woods.
Well, it's like sort of, kind of. It's weird.
yeah.
All right. Well, I have like a few little stories, sort of, kind of.
Well, I have a story of my own too that I want to share with you guys at the end of your.
Let's hear
Ooh,
Noah's first.
all right.
No, I'll say mine at the end of Lexi's.
Okay.
Okay. The guest actually has a story. Okay. So, this is it's like it's not that long of a story. I just found it and I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. So I didn't know that like red rain actually like existed.
I knew it existed, but I didn't think it was like real.
Like acid rain?
There's actually they rains acid on Jupiter, I think.
I don't know.
I think it rains
didn't really
it
pass
rains
science.
acid on Jupiter. I don't know. One of the planets, Mars or Jupiter.
I don't know. I was just going through like unexplained phenomenons and like unexplained just occurrences,
Oh,
and this popped up, and I was like, oh wow.
That's
Like I've heard of
cool.
it like in movies and
I
like
know.
I've like heard of like. Cause
I wonder what makes it red, though.
Well, because like some women call their period like red rain, so I've heard of that, but like I've never heard of like actual red rain.
Girls will have
So
that moment.
I read like in 2001 from like July to September, heavy rain fell in southern Indiana.
Oh.
State, and it was just really heavy, and it was red. It was red water, and
Could you drink it?
it didn't
Just
say.
rainwater.
Maybe not in a healthy way.
Yeah, but I wouldn't drink it. I mean, they don't know why. They never said they don't know why it's red, and they don't know what it caused. And it was only from July to September, and then the water went back to normal.
What?
So, like I said, it's a shorty, but also at the same time, I'm like, why was it like that?
Hey, shorty.
So, I don't know. That really interested me because I was like, why is it red? Because it really wouldn't say.
Maybe
But,
the
like,
world's on. Maybe the world was on its period.
You never know. Stuff like that happens like all the time.
know.
And it's so weird. It just, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do,
The cannibal shark.
yeah, the Great Cannibal Shark.
That
Or,
sounds interesting.
yeah, I found it because I was looking for like, I wanted to try to do like Oceans of the Deep stuff. I found this.
That's the most mysterious place in the world.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
So basically, in 2003, a scientist decided to tag a 9-foot-long great white shark.
I
So
think we already
basically,
did this.
no, I did it in a rerun. We messed up an episode.
Oh yeah.
So,
I forgot.
Like tagging cows,
Oh,
tagged the shark.
They tagged
like-
on its fin.
Yeah.
One of the fins.
and it wanted to study the temperature changes in the ocean and stuff. Well, about 7 months later, the tag was found on the shore. So they went through it and stuff, and they discovered around like 4 months, whenever he had the tag on, they found out that the shark had dove like 19,000 feet.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
1,900 feet, not 19,000. 1,900 feet.
God.
and that's like really deep. And that it
It's
would.
shorter than 1,000 feet.
And then they've tried to find it and stuff, but they automatically they assume that it got eaten by attacked and eaten by something because the tag just washed up on shore, and they don't really understand how it could have gotten off.
That's weird.
But they also don't understand how it could dive that deep because I guess apparently sharks can't dive that deep.
They can?
They can't.
The
But
pressure in the water is probably very dangerous. For
Oh
certain
yeah,
creatures.
because one video we watched. Can I say it?
no,
Okay.
we don't
No,
say
it's not
YouTubers'
YouTube.
names.
No, not YouTube video.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know anything about animals really. I don't know anything about like the
That's a
ocean.
jackalope.
Yes, I know.
I actually
Quit
have one
jump-
tattooed on her
I
arm.
know, but you gotta quit jumping ahead.
Sorry.
I want a pet jackalope. That'd be so cool.
I wish I owned a jackalope.
You know what, Steph? You go ahead. You do the jackalope since you
Spoiled it.
spoiled it. Do the jackalope. What do you know about jackalopes?
That it was a cross between a rabbit and a deer, a buck. That's all I know.
All right, Lex, let's hear it.
All right. So, it's a cross between a rabbit and an antelope, or like a cross between a rabbit and a goat or a deer.
So that's where it got its name
Nah.
from, then, huh?
Yeah.
Who would have guessed?
These are seen like I guess all over the U.S., but I haven't seen one in Texas. But we also live like in the trashiest part of Texas.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we should probably be here more than likely because it's the trashiest part of Texas.
Yeah.
I guess they only mate during electrical storms. That's when they get the fuel
What?
pumping.
Electric fever.
You just spat all over that cover.
That's why
So
they're there.
I don't know if this is real or if it's superstition or like if it's like an urban thing, but like I guess you can catch them by using whiskey as bait.
Nuh-uh.
So we gotta try that next time.
Rabbits
We're in the
like
wilderness.
whiskey.
Again, what can't you catch off with whiskey?
Honestly though, and then I guess the jackalope milk that I guess females have, or I don't even know, has medicinal properties.
What does that mean?
So,
What?
like, drugs.
That it's like it can help you like medically.
Yeah.
We need that. What
For-
if that's the cure for COVID?
Maybe it is.
Who knows? Just get a jackalope and try it out.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Better
But-
trademark that before someone takes it from you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, our cousin does have one of these, and it's really cute.
It's
I
tattooed
like-
on her arm. She doesn't have it. It's not
Oh,
a
I thought
pet.
you were gonna say she owned one.
Oh no, if she did, that'd be cool.
She would be our favorite cousin.
Bring the jackalope on the podcast.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's-
Wait, I
that's
heard
your
about this
mascot.
hall. I heard about this tunnel.
Yeah, well, quit spoiling stuff.
All I said was I know about the tunnel.
Just for that, Noah goes next.
No. I want to save mine for last.
Oh God. Okay. Well, Stephanie keeps on spoiling my stuff.
No, I'm not.
She gives
Don't
up 'cause
believe her. Don't believe her.
I have, if you remember, I don't know, and if you listen to mine and my dad's, I keep the computer up so that we can show pictures of whatever I'm talking about to like Stephanie or my dad or whoever's in the back with us. And I don't know what it is today, but Stephanie's like, ooh, that's next, or hey.
Have a cup of coffee,
Hey, I
so
know
can
that.
do it.
Yeah, that is true. Before we started, she slammed half a cup of coffee.
And a whole bag of gummy bears, and now she's drinking a thing of Sprite. So let's see.
Yeah.
How it
That's how you know our family's crazy.
All right, so let's do the Bunnyman Bridge. I almost said Bunny Bear Bridge.
goes. Well, I love this.
That's on
story.
YouTube, but I didn't believe it.
Yeah, me and Dad covered this on ours too.
Nuh-uh.
All right, so this is in Fairfax County.
Ow.
Yeehaw, brother.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, my country just came out. Okay, so in 1904, an asylum was like not right next to the bridge, but it was only like a couple miles from the bridge. It wasn't really that far from the bridge. And residents that lived like around the area didn't like the idea of a mental hospital or asylum being like right there. So, and it like around their homes and stuff. So
I
they
think
got
someone
it.
wants in.
It's fine.
I hear.
So they got it shut down, but all the mental patients were taken down or were like transported to another facility by a bus. And this facility was a prison. But
Oh.
the bus, they never made it because the bus swerved and crashed. And after the crash, yeah, it was bad. So after the crash, an escaped mental patient disappeared. And weeks passed. And then they started seeing, like rabbit corpses, like dangling from trees and appearing everywhere in the woods.
Maybe he was just getting ready for Christmas.
He decorates with bones. And then
It's beginning to look a lot like Death Miss.
And then one Halloween night, a group of kids were hanging around the bridge.
Oh,
And
they're screwed.
Yeah. So they reported some, like, sort of bright lights and orbs, and then a flash. Okay? And then these bunnies appeared.
Like, bunny rabbits are like people that dressed up as bunnies.
No, bunny rabbits. They were gutted, and they were hanging from the bridge.
Oh, my God.
There's the rumor or the legend is that if you come up on Halloween night, you can, you'll end up just like the bunnies. Like, basically, you'll die, and you'll be gutted.
If I'm right,
Goodbye.
a while ago, I've read an article about this on our very beautiful internet. Now have. Now, the Bunnyman was, in fact, a mental patient.
Yeah.
But the same teenagers reported this man to have an axe. So imagine a
There's like
rabbit
different reportings
mascot.
of him, like
Yeah.
having a chainsaw, having an axe, having a machete, having a gun, something like that. Something that you don't pull a trigger on.
Yeah.
But
Something that you
anyways,
just hit people with.
the same
Yeah, the
kids
pain.
that witnessed this said they seen a man in a full bunny costume chopping wood, covered in blood. Now, the story between the rabbits being decapitated is he actually feasted on these said rabbits. And they say under the bridge, under the underpass, where you can go through it, there's paintings that say the Bunny Man.
I am the bunny.
That's so creepy how there's, like, two different versions. But
So I
also,
feel
like, his version, or that version's so much creepier.
Yeah.
I kind of like that one better.
Just picture it in your head, like just a bloody rabbit mascot holding
No.
a decapitated rabbit
Do you-
with an axe.
And then, like, chasing at the same time.
Maybe he's trying to give you a rabbit for some food.
It's the,
Maybe he's gonna kill you.
It's that one bunny with the blue bow. It's that one. He
Okay.
killed that one. That ice cream brand.
Yeah.
What if he did kill that one?
You're crazy. You
I'm
had so
not
much
crazy.
coffee.
I may be one of the insane asylum patients.
Oh, God. All right.
She would kill me in 2
what's your
seconds.
story?
I'm
Well,
kidding.
before I get into my
I'm not.
story, I'd like to say this is my very first podcast, so thank you guys for having me on.
You have a natural voice for it. Like,
Really?
you have, like, the natural, like,
Yeah.
mic voice.
Well, put me back on sometime.
I.
But I've been fascinated with urban legends and monsters and ghosts and aliens. You know it.
That's like our
Conspiracies.
family tradition. I feel like when I have my kids, I'm gonna like pass this on to them and then their
You
kids.
should do that 100%.
That's what we're doing.
Back in my day, we used to do podcasts and it's a family tradition now.
We eat rabbits.
The bunnyman says that.
But Stephanie was bringing up some really, really cool points, a part of my childhood. I'm now 18 years old, but back when I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old, I stumbled across this website called Creepypasta. Creepypasta essentially is the new age of scary stories. Instead of scary stories to tell in the dark, we had Creepypasta. And one of my personal favorites that I hold dear to my heart is called smiledog.jpg.
Actually, I was gonna do the smile room, but
I
nah.
think I've heard of it, but I'm not positive.
The smile room where you
No,
go.
his.
Oh.
How the story goes, first of all, let's explain what a JPEG is. A JPEG is an image that you can find on the internet or sent to you anonymously, and so on. But what this is essentially chainmail. And what chainmail is if you break the chain, something good or bad will happen to you. But in this case, it's pretty bad. And this is the story.
The bunnyman shows up at your house. Die!
The story is, Smile Dog's story consists of a classic horror setup. An amateur writer visits the house of a lady who supposedly has a story for which he can borrow from. Rather than speak, however, the lady has locked herself up in her room, crying and ranting about nightmares and visions and various other problems. All of these center around a floppy disk that she had been given that contained the image smile.jpg, which, in fact, is Smile Dog. Viewing this
Rocco
image...
smiles. When Dad pulls out his camera, he'll go grrr and start.
Viewing this image incites insanity, and no copy of the exact image exists on the web through likeness of its doing. The true image of smiledog.jpg is recognized due to the effect it has on the viewer. That is, they wind up dead. Attaching the file, that is, spreading the word, is the only way to save yourself from the Smile Dog.
So it's literally a dog that comes after you and chases you.
Well, that was the opening. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty stuff. And that is I first met in a person with Mary E. in the summer of 2007.
I
I
don't
had
have
arranged
COVID.
with her husband of 15 years, Terrence, to see her for an interview. Mary had initially agreed, since I was not a newsman, but rather an amateur writer gathering information for a few early college assignments and, if all went according to plan, some pieces of fiction. We scheduled the interview for a particular weekend when I was in Chicago in related business, but at the last moment, Mary changed her mind and locked herself in the couple's bedroom, refusing to meet with me. For half an hour, I sat with Terrence as we camped outside the bedroom door, I listening and taking notes while he attempted fruitlessly to calm his wife. The things Mary said made little sense but fit with the pattern I was expecting. Though I could not see her, I could tell from her voice that she was crying, and more often than not, objections to speaking with me centered around an incoherent diatribe on her dreams, her nightmares in fact. Terrence apologized profusely when we ceased the exercise, and I did my best to take it in stride. Recalled that I wasn't a reporter in a search of story, but merely a curious young man in search of information. Besides, I thought at the time I could perhaps find another similar case if I put my mind and resources to it. Mary E. was the CySops for a small Chicago-based bulletin board system in 1992 when she first encountered Smile.jpg for the first time in her life, which changed it forever. She and Terrence had been married for only 5 months. Mary was one of an estimated 400 people who saw the image when it was posted on hyperlink on the BBS. Though she is the only one who has spoken openly about the experience, the rest have remained anonymous or perhaps dead. In 2005, when I was only in 10th grade, Smile.jpg was first brought to my attention by my burgeoning interest in the web-based phenomena. Mary was the most often cited victim of what's sometimes referred to as Smile Dog. That being Smile.jpg is reputed to display. What caught my interest, other than the obvious macabre events of the cyber legend and my proclivity towards such things, was the sheer lack of information, usually to the point that people don't believe or even exist other than a rumor or a hoax, or just another story. It's unique because, though the entire phenomenon centers on just a simple picture file, that file is nowhere to be found on the internet. Certainly many photo-manipulated simulacra litter the web, showing up with the most frequency on sites such as Imageboard, 4chan, particularly the X-focused paranormal suburb. Now, there is an email attached to this that they said they copied and pasted from Miss Mary. Dear Mr. L, I'm incredibly sorry about my behavior last summer when you came to my interview. I hope you understand that it was no fault of yours, but rather my own problems that led the act as I did. I realize I could have handled the situation more decorously. However, I hope you will forgive me at this time, I am afraid. It is not a dog, of course, though I am not quite sure what really is. It tells me it will leave me alone if only I do as it asks. All I must do is say, spread the word. That is how it phases its demands, and I know exactly what it means. It means it has to show it to someone else, cursing them and damning them to death.
God, that's messed up. Is that all of it?
Now, look up Smile Dog on your computer.
Oh no.
They are not the real Smile Dog, because if it was, we
Oh,
would all probably be dead by the end of this podcast.
probably.
Yeah. Oh god.
Ew.
There's actually dogs that smile.
I don't like that.
Now,
They're
that
smiling
image
huskies.
was apparently found on a floppy disk, which is what we have compared to floppy disk now is a hard drive. And that drove a woman to insanity and many more to their infutile deaths.
So she just literally saw this floppy thing and just, oh my
Not
god.
that exact image, because this is kind of the PG-13 rather than the R version.
Yeah,
but
the actual version isn't like we
it's
can't
not
see
found.
it. Yeah.
For real?
So
Yeah.
if someone were to break the chain and never tell anyone, they would die.
Oh
But
my
if they
God.
pass it on, they would live, either condemning the next person to hear about it to die, or they have to pass it on.
Pass on to my worst enemy.
They go so crazy that they take their own lives.
Oh gosh. See, there's so much like that one's really creepy. There's so much like chainmail out there that's like I got to the point where I don't do it, but like I feel like that one I'd be like, no.
It's scary because there's simple Facebook ones like for good luck, but then you could have something like Smile Dog where it says if you don't pass it along, I'll come find you.
Yeah, and then like you'd be one of the unlucky ones that it's like.
You know that I'll tell you after, but it's really funny.
Hey, we did good today. We're like at 30 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, that was creepy. I don't like that.
Can we do shout outs on the podcast?
When we get bigger, yes.
But
I
now
don't-
it is up to the viewers to decide if Smile Dog, Slenderman, the Cannibal Shark, and many more of these mysterious creatures are real.
Yeah, it's up to you guys if you believe in it or not.
Comment down.
We believe in like this stuff and everything.
Yeah.
We love this stuff.
There's like real pictures of the Rake, Slenderman, Sirenhead. There's some memes about Sirenhead.
There's memes about everything. You could
For
fall
real.
down and it's a meme.
Share this podcast.
I just said
we'll
meat.
come get you.
Share it or you'll die. No, I'm just joking. That's
Kidding, you can share it all you want.
All right. Well, thank you everybody, and thank you Noah for being on our
Thanks
podcast.
for having me.
All right. Well, what do you want to say to the people?
Don't believe anything. Don't believe everything that goes on the internet.
All right. Yeah. Don't believe everything you hear and everything you see. I believe that this is the last episode. What? I believe this is the last episode for the month, so I hope everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving, and we will see you and hear from you guys back in December.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait, we had to tell who we are. Okay, I am your host, Alexi,
And your co-host Stephanie.
and this
This
has
is-
been What's Really Out There. Bye.